Welcome back, baseball fans. Welcome to another episode of the Vintage Vegas 9 Ball, coming to you from Las Vegas, Nevada. And we're going to continue on those repacked wax packs and 15s vintage cars from various years, the 50s to the 2000s. I don't think I've had anything before 1970 so far, but you never know. So we're going to rip into this one, see what we get. Repacked wax, 15 vintage cards. I know a lot of people have said that these remind them of the Vegas 9 Ball, so we're checking them out. And so far, I've really enjoyed opening these, just like I enjoy going through my repacked cards. Repacked wax. First card today is a Bake McBride. Bake McBride with the Cardinals, and then traded to the Phillies on that 1980 World Champion Phillies team. Bake McBride with the afro, and I always liked him playing him, center fielder, speed guy. And you see in 1980, the 1980 World Champion Phillies team, he hit .309 with 50 stolen bases, 9 home runs, and Bake batted .304 with a double, a homer, and 5 RBIs for the Royals in the 1980 World Series. 7 for 23. So big-time World Series in 1980. Big part of that team, Bake McBride, came up to the big leagues with the Cardinals, I remember. Starting in 1973. Next card is a mini. Will Clark, here he is, sliding into third base. Looks like a Dodger Stadium. And a big rivalry, the Giants-Dodgers. And, of course, Will Clark taking those games very seriously. Very competitive guy out of Mississippi State. And you see his official ranking based on the 1988 National League stats. Runs batted in, he was first with 109. Runs, number 3, 102. On base percentage, 3. And home runs, 3. Tied for 3 with 29. See him here with the eye black on. Nice looking card, mini card here. Will Clark sliding into third base. Put him borderline Hall of Fame career. Will Clark on the stand. The next card is a Hunter Brown rookie card. Remember Hunter Brown here recently? I love those throwback uniforms with the H, with the kind of the orbit around the H, and then the Space City uniforms and the old school number on the pants. And really sharp-looking jerseys. They probably should wear those all the time. Just really sharp-looking jerseys. Hunter Brown. And he has a lot of potential. I think he might have gotten hurt here recently. Remember, he for a while there had a lot of success as a front-of-the-rotation starter for the Astros. And this is him in his rookie card, Hunter Brown. Nice-looking card, rookie card. We'll put him on the stand. A beautiful uniform, Space City. Next card, Dave Stewart. And Dave Stewart, borderline Hall of Famer. Pitched for several teams, but really started for the A's and the Blue Jays. And Dave Stewart here, very competitive guy. Always kind of had that scowl on his face. Very competitive. Dave Stewart came to the big leagues, I believe, with the Dodgers. And played with the Phillies, the A's, Blue Jays. And it's a nice looking picture of him. In his prime, Dave Stewart, front of the rotation of those McGuire, Canseco World Series teams, late 80s, early 90s for the A's. Next card is a John Blue Moon Odom, and it's a nice early 70s card. And you see at a 2-0 mark for the A's in the 1972 AL Championship versus the Tigers, and played in the 72 and 73 World Series for the A's as both a pitcher and a pinch runner. And came to the big leagues in 1964 and had a 79 and 69 record with a 3.44 ERA, Blue Moon Odom. And just a nice looking card of him as part of those back-to-back World Championship teams for our A's in the early 70s. John Blue Moon Odom. Here's a Bauman Chrome, Carlos Correa for the Astros. And Correa, unfortunately, this year, 2026, has he's out for the season. He got injured. And I remember he had those great years for the Astros. And then he went to the Twins and kind of struggled with some injuries. And now again, kind of still dealing with those. He's back with the Astros, but out this year. Carlos Correa, shortstop. I think he plays some third base now as well. This is a nice Topps Chrome. 2012 total. This is early in his career. Looks like first year probably. 258 with 3 home runs. A big part of those Astro World Championship teams. Carlos Correa, put him on a stand. Next card is another Taylor Ward rookie card. We had him in the last pack, not as rookie, but a Taylor Ward. He has that nice long uppercut swing, looking to lift the ball over the fence. Here he is at third baseman. He mostly plays outfield now, some corner outfield spots. And of course, he signed with the Orioles this past offseason. He's playing for them now. But had several good years as kind of a leadoff guy. And I really like his swing. It's a long swing, but when he connects, it goes a long way. Taylor Ward, rookie card, Angels. Next card, Hall of Famer Andruw Jones. This is a nice, can't tell if he's catching that ball on the hop or in the air, but looks like more on the hop, judging by the position he's catching it in. But yeah, several-time Gold Glover for the Braves, Andruw Jones. It's a nice Fleer Ultra card. You see 2020 guy, 25 home runs, 84 RBIs, 24 stolen bases, and 1999, and then 31 home runs and 27 stolen bases in 1998. And had several years, good years with the Braves. Kind of fell off later in his career. I remember with the White Sox and Dodgers. But his prime years with the Braves, one of the best in the game. And that got him into Cooperstown. Put him on the Hall of Fame stand. Andruw Jones. Gene Garber. I remember Gene Garber. Pitcher for the Phillies and the Braves. And yeah, kind of a closer type. You look at his stats here. Looks like about 500 with 3.29 ERA with the Pirates, the Royals, the Phillies, and the Braves. And you look at those saves numbers. Years with 14, 11, 19, 22, 25, and 30. And then here in 1988, 24 with the Braves. So back of the rotation, or back of the bullpen guy, Gene Garber. Here is a Sabin Ceballos. I remember Cedric Ceballos, who played in the NBA, but not so much Sabin. Shortstop for the Braves. Maybe he's a prospect. 2023. I'll have to look him up. Don't really know him. Sabin Ceballos. Next card is Nails, Lenny Dykstra. Of course, very competitive on the field and off as well. And of course, that landed him, unfortunately, in the slammer. And tough as nails, and you got to be when you're in the slammer. Lenny Dykstra. And enjoyed watching him lead off. Very scrappy ball player, leadoff hitter for those early 90s Phillies teams. See him here, getting dirty, sliding to third base. Phillies and the Mets. Nails. Next card, 1983 victory leaders. John Denny for the Phillies and Lamar Hoyt for the White Sox. Lamar Hoyt, I remember, kind of a sad story. Had that great year with the White Sox. And then kind of in the middle 80s, I kind of had a nervous breakdown. I think he had some drug problems. And I believe he ended up in jail. Just like Lenny Dykstra, unfortunately. And so much potential, and I thought he was going to be great for the White Sox for many years. Of course, then he ended up on the Padres. I'm not sure if he signed with the Padres. I think he signed with the Padres. But Lamar Hoyt, I remember him having those great years in the early 80s for the White Sox. Let's see that. American League, 24 wins for Lamar Hoyt. Larry Milbourne. Don't know much about him other than he likes to chew tobacco. But a shortstop, second baseman. Looks like a scrappy guy. Chokes up on the bat. puts the ball in play, makes things happen. Not trying to hit the ball with a fence all the time. But here he is, Larry Milbourne. Looks like Astros Mariners, 246 with 7 career home runs in 1,300 career at-bats. But he became only 18th player in big league history to homer from both sides of the plate in the same game. He accomplished that in the 1978 season for the Mariners. Larry Milbourne. There's another great card here, Rod Carew. Hall of Famer Rod Carew. And love this card, the Knight Rider feel with the kit, the car with the laser that would go back and forth, and the black car with David Hasselhoff, Knight Rider. And this is a nice looking Rod Carew. Rodney Cline Carew. You see his career batting average 330, and the hits 29-29 in the year 2929. If man is still alive. Carew getting there, closing in on 3,000 hits for the Angels on this card. Sharp looking card, and this is a real nice one. Rod Carew. I will end it with a Ricky. Nice leaf. I think this is the first year that Leaf came out. Kind of with that upper deck style with the gray and the border. I always like these Leafs. And I remember they were a little more expensive, so I didn't get too many packs of these Leafs in the early 90s. But here's Ricky laid back and leading off the game, probably with another home run. All-time leadoff home run king, Ricky Henderson. And put him on the A's stand. Just a great player. Fortunately, he won't be here with us to see the A's come to Las Vegas. But one of my favorite players growing up, Ricky and Sammy. And that'll conclude the Vegas 9 for today. Just a beautiful assortment. And I really like this pack with the Correa, the Rod Carew, the Andrew Jones, Ricky Henderson. A nice pack, maybe the best pack yet we've had from Repacked Wax. So take care and God bless.